Noisy Pixel.
とてもきたりな言葉になってしまうのですが、あなたのことが世界中の誰よりも大好きなのです。
Relationship visual novels usually come with a load of promises that aim to tell a dynamic story. However, Manga Gamer seems to want to double down on this formula as they tout Chobasoft's latest title that promises a handful of branching paths, enormous freedom, and a confession system. And thankfully, it works surprisingly well. My name is Jacob Kavanagh, and this is Noisy Pixel's review for If You Love Me, Then Say So.
やがて二人は恋人同士に。どうだい？完璧な作戦だろう。
If You Love Me Then Say So tells the story of Sota Hatsuaki, our lively protagonist who is set out on a quest to follow a rumor about a fairy that lives in an apple tree in the school garden. Allegedly, anyone who takes a bite out of one of these apples will have their wish granted. So you can probably guess that Sota does, in fact, meet a fairy named Cupid. But instead of asking for Sota's wish, he delivers a strange warning. Sota is fated to fall in love over summer, but if this happens, he will lose the two things he values most. And so begins his mission to find a girlfriend before summer vacation. Unlike kinetic visual novels, If You Love Me Then Say So allows the player to choose from a menu of events that Sota can take part in each day. Yeah, this might sound like one of those typical dating sim structures, but I found it offers plenty more than your standard go here with this girl sort of thing that you see in these games. You see, during the game's many scenarios, the characters hang out, interact, and do stuff that you'd expect a group of high schoolers to be doing. But don't think too hard about it, because this is still an Eroge, and there are several scenarios that are really just offered as an excuse for a lewd CG event. But they're few and far between, and they feel somewhat natural to the story due to the sheer number of scenarios available. The game stars 3 main heroines, and trust me when I say that it is almost impossible to see all the events shared between them in just one playthrough. This way of storytelling is actually great for people who wish to discuss routes and the paths they took, as well as give more reasons for players to replay the game and attempt to discover new things themselves. Throughout the game, players will be able to check on the status of their relationship with the girls, and as it improves, Cupid will give Sota Cupid flowers. These are little flowers that carry over between playthroughs, and you can use them to boost your relationship with the girls. This is pretty much needed because the game was developed to make it difficult to pursue characters, and although I didn't like it at first, I changed my mind very quickly on after I realized how well it worked. Mainly, this was because the 3 main characters were so well done. Each one falls into a cliched trope at first, but their personalities expand the more you get to know them, and it helps that the supporting cast also carries the narrative well from time to time. If You Love Me Then Say So has some fantastic illustrations. Each character has a range of expressions that help with the immersion of the title, and this includes the well done background graphics that change throughout the day. I'd also like to point out that the game's UI is a masterpiece that offers loads of options for the player to adjust to meet their personal preferences. If You Love Me Then Say So carries its story and characters brilliantly for the number of promises it boasts. However, Sota himself does seem to get put on the back burner based on how he doesn't have any voiceover and isn't present in many of the CG scenes, which is disappointing because he's actually a really interesting protagonist. But developers do unapologetically lampshade these flaws time and again during the story, so take what you will, I guess. If You Love Me Then Say So isn't just what you'd expect from a choose-your-own-adventure dating sim hybrid, because it's actually a lot more than that. The game's visuals and extremely lengthy script demands to be replayed over and over for hours on end. If you're looking for a nice Eroge that offers some low-stress fun, this is a title that is absolutely worth your time. Noisy Pixel is giving If You Love Me Then Say So a 9 out of 10. Thank you all so much for watching. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe and ring that little bell to stay up to date on all of our future content. Also, the best girl is Shiho. That's just a little fact I need to put in there. Chiyo is best girl.